Hello, dear friends. My lovely audiences, welcome to the show. Jack Xiao on the East West Show with GNE TV. Being West Covina as our headquarters, looking around all over Southern California, sometime over the nation if there is a problem at the federal level. Other than that, we focus to our community. In our community, there's nothing bigger than how we train our kids, how we teach our kids, how we make them the future leaders of the world, right? And there's one school I have been paying attention to for at least 10 years. The name of the school is the Ovation School. Ovation. Like sometimes you stand up to do the ovation thing. The Ovation School for the Performing Art, right? Thanks to the three, my good friend, I have Becky Broyle here. She is the founder and executive director of that great school. And also I have John Louise. He is the creative director of that wonderful school. And I have Jackie here. Jackie, last name again?
Donnelly.
Jackie Donnelly. She is the choreographer and the programs director.
Yes.
Right. So together we want to bring you the school, and together we want to bring you an understanding why we bring the school here.
Yes.
Right. So that is a start line, lead line. Warm welcome to all of you to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, give us ovation.
I know, right?
Very good. Let's do ovation. You don't have to stand up. Right, very good. Maybe at the end. There you go. Good. It was about 10 years ago, I came across the school at one event. I was so amazed, even at the first sight. Right, I fell in love with the school, with all the three wonderful people, almost immediately. And it was a vocal performance that I was so amazed of, and since then there are several instances, several events that I invited the school to come over, and each of the performers received a huge ovation. Right, so no wonder the name of the school is Ovation. I'll start with Becky. Like I said, the reason I do the show is to let my audience understand why we do the show. See, there's a twisting. Here is the concept there. So, and same question to you. How did you ever, in the first place, started thinking of putting up the school? Where did the idea come together?
Well, John and I had worked together in production for many years, and we had a lot of kids that we actually worked with. And a lot of them were wondering how they could get training, how they could get into the entertainment industry. And being from that background ourselves, we wanted to provide a safe haven for children so that they could come and learn the arts in a very safe environment and learn more than about just performance, but more about who they can be as individuals and what they can put into the world. And that was the initial concept for our school.
Oh, I see. So when the idea first time for put together for the school, where you followed, you joined her. Okay, you guys together as a team anyway. So you started exactly to see why she creates the idea, right?
Yes, when parents would bring their kids to us and say, how do we get them into the entertainment industry? Our first reaction was don't, because it's very difficult in it, and so many kids were dying and just making bad choices because they wanted to be rich and famous. My four kids were actors, and we watched so many of their friends end up on drugs, alcohol, making bad choices. Well, then we realized that these parents wanted to get their kids in anyway. And so we thought, if we start a school and we teach life skills through the performing arts, it's not about being rich or famous. It's about what you can do with your talent, your skills to give back to the world. So we decided one way we can help the world is to change the world one child at a time. What we put into one child can make a difference for the whole world.
I like it a lot.
So, and we've seen over the last 15, 16 years, we've watched what has kids that have gone through the school and gone on to make an impact in the world. We some of them have actually gone to college, got their degrees, and come back and teach with us in the school.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much. And to Jackie, as a choreographer and also a program director, though, how do you see the necessity of such a school to the community?
Well, I think the kids are exposed to so much in their own schools, and it's not necessarily what you want them to be exposed to. And so as a program director, it's picking music and picking effective emotional communication with the kids. It's something that they enjoy. It's something that they can imagine themselves being something bigger than they already are. And you're almost crafting how they see themselves in the future. And so often they see themselves one way on a regular basis, but we're trying to get them to see themselves in the bigger picture, and that they actually have control over their future. And so it changes their future. Just by a couple hours a week. So.
Together, you seem to teach the kids what is the beauty of life.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
What is the real beauty of life?
And in themselves.
And
as
then
individuals.
themselves, right? The reason, Becky, trust me, the reason I call you is because I was bothered. I was bothered. I want an answer. I will want to tackle the problem that I was bothered by directly. Later, I changed my mind. I said, let me do it indirectly. Let me call Becky for help. That is why, right? When I see around me those low-hanging pants kids, right? Girls with a bra that barely covers, I hate to, whatever, right? Okay, now makeup is so too overdone to the extent you really doubt that they are from Mars, right? Those things are around, all right? And some of the kids even do this, the vapor thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They smoke the vapor on the street,
Wow.
on the street, right now. And on the other hand, there are lots of people say, hey, Jack, do you have a program to train the guys to go to the entertainment industry, like John mentioned, right? So those things around that I get bothered with. Really get bothered with. So that's why I ask you, that's why I put together to show the audiences right now. It is not that we want to make everybody Michael Jackson. Or by the way, why did Michael Jackson die?
I think the
What
answer,
killed him?
Well, drugs.
Drugs.
I think
All
the
right.
answer to that is exactly what we teach these kids, what Jackie was saying. It's choices. If you teach them there's consequences to choices in life.
See?
And every moment that you make a choice, it could have an impact on the entire world that you don't know yet. And so that's one of the things we teach the kids is that you, like Jackie was saying, you are in control of your life. And you make choices that could have a greater impact on your life at any given moment.
Very good. All right, thank you very much. Becky, have you brought any video or audio clips?
Yes,
I want to cut the conversation short.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
To leave some time for my audience to
Sure.
listen to, at least they understand who we're talking about, right? All right, shall
Yes,
we?
absolutely.
All right, my dear friend, let's call off right away, all right? Of course, we will come back to continue, though. I would offer some time, some 2 or 3 minutes, for our audience to exactly watch, exactly see who we are talking about. Stay with us.
Ovation was founded in 2004
by industry professionals with a passion for helping children become the best they could be. These teachers were dedicated to paying it forward with a performing arts education that is accessible to children and teens of all demographics, regardless of ability to pay.
Believe in yourself, there's power in you. Have faith in your dreams and they will come true. There's much you can give if you do your part. The choices you make should come from your heart. So believe in yourself, 'cause there's nothing you cannot do. If you believe in yourself, dreams can come true. The future depends on what you will do. So set your goals high and then follow through. Believe in your dreams and soon you will see. You will become what you want to be.
Ovation was founded to teach more than the artistic skill of music, dance, and acting.
Nothing you cannot do.
At Ovation, each child can feel safe to explore and develop individual creativity without fear of failure, judgment, or rejection.
So look inside yourself when things get tough. Feel the strength and don't give up. You can make it through. There is power in believing. Your dreams are there for you. Work hard and make them all come true. Believe in yourself, there's power in you. Have faith in your dreams and they will come true. There's much you can give if you do your part. The choices you make should come from your heart. So believe in yourself, 'cause there's nothing you cannot do. If you believe in yourself, dreams can come true. Believe in yourself and others will too. So believe in yourself and your dreams can come true.
Action. Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to the show. Jack Chow on the East West Show with Genie TV. Once again, getting excited because I'm talking about kids. I'm talking about the future. Every time, I'm a future man. I'm talking about future, I get excited. However, I guess it's decided for two reasons. Number one, when I look at success. Number two, when I look at a failure. I both get excited. Now, this is a good example, the positive example, to show you exactly what you call success. And I believe the credit goes to Becky, my dear friend, founder and the CEO, the executive director of the Ovation School for Performing Art. And also it goes to John. John is the creation director of the school, and also goes to Becky. Becky is the programmer of that school. So I give you a big hand for having trained such wonderful kids, right? So in teaching the kids though, what is or what are the biggest challenges?
I think one of the greatest challenges is getting the kids to see outside of what they might necessarily believe about themselves already. A lot of our kids are coming to us, they have self-esteem issues. There's a lot of outside pressures, either between from schoolwork or friends or outside influences. And it's really getting the kids grounded to see what their potential is and what their possibilities are. Because once they understand their possibility, now you're able to work with them so that now they have dreams, they have goals, they have things that they want to accomplish outside of themselves. But once they see the value in themselves, they're able to give to others. So I think that's probably
Do
the
you
biggest thing.
necessarily choose music talent?
How
selective are you then?
There's no one that we turn away.
I
Anyone
see.
who wants to come to the school,
I see.
we take, and they may not know that they have any particular skill or talent, but by making it safe for them to be there with no judgment. They can take risks by getting up in front of others and trying something they've never tried before, and you can't go wrong. Everyone applauds for everyone else. No one judges each other, and whatever you do and try, you now build your skill level on top of that. And so it's not us choosing; it's helping someone to discover within themselves.
And who writes the music? I mean, the arrangement. You or Jackie?
Whoa.
Or
All
the
three.
movement,
All
or
three.
the movement,
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
movement,
That's it,
or the
yes.
choreography,
yes.
right? So you work together.
Yes,
Yes, we
Ovation
do.
is definitely a collaborative effort. Like
Yes.
we all put in all the time,
Oh,
both
my.
creatively,
Yes.
administratively, one-on-one with the kids.
Next time you take me, I can bring you lunchboxes.
Okay.
I can be the one. Hey, Jack, we're hungry. Okay, I'm on the way. I drive my car to get some lunchboxes, come back here, and then that is my part of the collaboration, right?
Okay,
How can we
that's
do
good.
that?
That's
right?
great.
Sounds great.
Yes.
I believe that it calls for lots of be not only big mind but also big brain to have created such wonderful music, such wonderful sound effect, such wonderful harmonies. I don't know why. I'm not a musician. I'm nothing of that kind. It's well, especially my father wrongly judging me all the time, right? Right. My only good part is that I have a special ear. I can get to the note right away. Whatever music, I can get to the note right away. It's a B or C or D, whatever, and I can do that. So I like harmony so much, right? And your first performance, I still remember, got me amazed right away. I said, "Oh my God, it's a dream! I'm flying already, though." How are the parents impressed?
Oh,
That's a challenge.
Yeah, hey, another programmer. How are parents impressed?
Well, I think everyone's so busy these days, and so getting a parent's attention to that this is different is challenging. We're in a trophy world. We're in a gold star world where all the
You
kids
are
get a gold
right.
star and a medal and a trophy
Yeah,
for
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And we're a training facility. And so separating that and for the parents to pay attention and see the growth in their children, sometimes they see it immediately and sometimes it's over time. So it's
yes. And sometimes it's difficult for us to judge if we've done any good, if we've had an impact. And then out of the blue, a parent will come in and tell us, "My child was in your school 5 years ago, and I want to tell you what you did for them.
Wow.
And I want to tell you that you made all the difference in the world in my child." And we had a mom come in over the summer, and she just wanted to talk with us, and she sat with us for about an hour, and she just told us that the impact we've had on her children's lives, she's overwhelmed. And she said she was crying and wasn't able to tell us before because she was so moved by it. And we hear those stories all the time. You'll in the last clip you just watched where they were performing at a children's hospital for special needs children. Well, one of the girls from our school, she decided right then, "I want to be a music therapist now." And now she's a senior in college getting her degree in music therapy. And when you see that impact, when you watch, it's like what Jackie was saying, we want parents to see the future of their child,
Exactly.
not just that they did a good job singing in this show.
Right.
It's who they become in the future.
Exactly. Like Jackie said, we're in the trophy world,
Yes.
right?
I know.
And it is hard to find that those parents do not think that way.
Yeah.
They gave the credit in the most heartfelt way, right? So, and in that case, when it is being realized by the parents, though, do the kids understand what they are doing?
I believe they do.
Yes.
They have a very innate ability to kind of comprehend exactly what they're doing, especially when we take them to these places. We take them to senior centers to perform. We take them to children's hospitals. They've gone to homeless shelters and different events. And so their eyes are being open to the things around them and what's happening in the world. And I think as they're making that connection along with their families, it's beautiful because now it's reinforced. So it's not just us telling them, they're experiencing
The
it.
love.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
love.
That's right.
The love. The love.
Yes.
All right, good.
Yes.
And we really have to save ourselves for some time for the audience to see the performances.
fantastic.
So next, you want to share, why don't you show us some activities?
Okay, that sounds great.
Yes.
Yeah, show some activities.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Show the kids to learn to love people.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
Learn to also express love.
Yes.
That's right.
Right? Very good. All right, my dear audiences, enjoy.
The goal of Ovation is to develop character of the performer by teaching life skills such as self-discipline, teamwork, and most importantly, the concept of paying it forward by giving back to the community. Whether it's singing to seniors at a convalescent home or handing out toys to children at a children's hospital, Ovation is dedicated to changing the world one child at a time.
We love to have outside groups like you guys come in and sing for the kids. They get to, anytime we can introduce them to different sounds, different voices, it's great because some of the kids, we never know what they might respond to, and we have some that are really minimally responsive. So we love to do that. And it's also great just for the kids to hear different music and to just get to sit back and watch a concert because many of them don't get to leave the hospital. And so it's neat for them to just get to have a concert.
I would like to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I know you guys already have a packed schedule, and to throw this in all of a sudden means a lot. Shows a lot about your guys' dedication and the people that you are and the people that you guys are going to grow up to be. And I can only see great things out of all of you guys. My patients, I don't want to say my patients are sicker than any other patients because they're all important. But my patients, some of them can be up here for a lengthy amount of time with no family, no entertainment other than like Judge Judy and other court TVs. So something like this means a lot. Something like this shows them that not only us who are here kind of technically be paid are here for them, but people want to come and volunteer their time and show that they matter. It brightens up their day more than you can understand. In fact, I got goosebumps right now talking to you guys. I want to thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. You guys are awesome young people, and continue to do what you guys are doing. I know that we appreciated it. Thank you so much.
Ovation, changing the world one child at a time.
Action. Hello, dear friends, my lovely audiences. Are you getting excited already? All right, I know I am. Welcome back to the East West Show. Jack Chow, your host with the GNE TV. It is really, really worth everybody's while to see this program because we're not only talking about the music, we're not only talking about education, we're talking about music plus education plus the world around us. If I take quotation from John, to change the world one child at a time. I can't do a big thing, right? I can do one child at a time. And that being the slogan of the Ovation School for the Performing Arts. So these wonderful individuals, by the way, I'm Rich. Each of them are my personal friend, Becky, John, and Jackie. To all of you, welcome back again.
Thank you.
Very good. I know how tedious the job is, right? It is like Jackie says, we have a trophy world, right? We have a Hall of a Fame, everything of a fame, Hall of a Fame, Street of a Fame, whatever of a fame world. You go to bookstore, right in front of you, you search all the shelves, right? Those are Jack Ma, those are Bill Gates, Elon Musk, right? All kinds of successful businessmen that they teach you how to be rich overnight. If not overnight, 2 nights, let's say. So, and then on the other hand, like I said, you see the lower hanging pens on the streets. You see the vapor sucking kids on the street. You see the girls do not even know how to cover themselves on the streets. Those things, right? And then on the third hand, I wish there was a third hand. You have parents say, hey, send my kids to Hollywood, right? And to the entertainment business, to be a zillionaire within a week, something like that, right? Versus all that, how do you define your job? How do you define your job?
Boy, that's a big question.
That's a big question. I told you, I'm going to play hardball as a third segment.
I can kind of sum it up this way. The three of us come from that industry, you know, and writers, directors, producers, and yet we have chosen to take it to give back. And here's why. In the long run, at the end, when you look back, what did you do to give back to the world? What did you do to change the world? You can have money at the end, but that's not your legacy. It's what you did to give back to change the world. So in our industry, you want to get an Academy Award, you want to get a Grammy, you want to get an Emmy. Becky is a beautiful singer, amazing, amazing singer. And when she was young, that was her goal for the Grammy. And I'll never forget one time, one of her students, we were sitting in the audience, and the girl was singing, and it was beautiful. And when she finished singing and the audience started clapping, Becky said, "That's my Grammy." And our reward is watching the success of these kids.
Yes, all right, okay. And if I may stretch a little bit from what you're saying, my big success is when I see the satisfaction smile of my guests, when I see an email from my audience, Jack, we like you, right? Oh, Jack, you're handsome. I know they lie, but I feel good about it.
Right.
Oh, I see. I'm joking. I'm kidding, right? But anyway, that's her.
That's right.
The biggest, right? So now, and. Of course, you feel the same way. You feel the same way, right?
I do. I feel like we have a responsibility as people who have gone through it ourselves to communicate that, what we've experienced, and put it into terms that the kids can understand so that they can make better choices from knowledge. And whether or not they decide to listen is one thing, but if they respect you already, then they'll probably listen to what
especially
you're
when they see the bright side of it.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
Right, and they get excited too.
Right.
Okay. Now, next question, maybe a little tougher than the previous one. Now we know we don't want our kids to go follow the bad examples on the street, and now we know it is hard. Only maybe more or less than a handful who climbs all the way to the very tip of the pyramid, right? All right, in between, you still train the kids,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? So how do you promote the necessity of that training? For example, if I bring my son to you, all right, you're telling me that no, I'm not training your son to be Michael Jackson,
Right.
right? I'm still training. So is this a word that you're convincing me? You see where I'm pushing,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Well, we teach a lot of kids from every age, every level of ability, and it's not always about where they are or where their talent might actually lie. In fact, there might be things that they're talented in that they have yet to discover. But our job is to teach them where they are and to help them to see their full potential, not just in the arts, but in life. So we have students who have gone on not to be super successful in the performing arts, but to go on and get PhD in nuclear physics. That's pretty phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah. That's extra credit.
And she'll
extra
probably
credit,
discover
yeah.
a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we're part of that journey.
And
Exactly.
also, I
exactly.
think the biggest thing is that we each do so many different things that we're always emphasizing. You're not just learning one skill, you're learning many skills. We do many different things, and the kids see it on a regular basis. And so they know that they can expand in all directions with what they're doing.
I can feel exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. I want to share what I feel, how I feel with my audiences, right? Since I became an adult, I made a little turn of myself towards a writer way, right? I later became a writer and a poet, right? In my poem writing, you know what I benefited so much? Music. I knew exactly my music training that my father forced me to. My father, even against the teacher's will, say, hey, you're not wasting your money, right? And they're going against the teacher's will to train me into, finally benefited me with the poem writing.
Yes.
I know the rhythm.
Right.
I even know the rhyme. I know where to fall. I know where to rise. That kind of thing, right? That enriches me even, make my dates better. I mean, dates. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? My dates better. I can show. Right? So that's exactly. I'm not exaggerating. That's exactly. You enrich a kid a life.
Yes.
Right.
I don't think a murderer can be a musician. Otherwise, I don't believe a musician can be a murderer. So you train the mind already. The mind is there.
Yes.
And am I right?
Music is very powerful, and
Yeah.
the ability it has with cognitive thinking, and it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Powerful.
Yes, all right. And I'm so glad it is not every parent asking the kids to go to be a Michael Jackson. However, going that way wouldn't hurt, right? At least while dragging on the straight, though, that hurts. That drags you till go to the black pit, all right? Black pit anyway. So, anyway, I have to be short. And you're going to show me something? Show the audience something?
Yes.
Is there any testimony or?
Yes.
Yes, our kids have a lot to say about what Ovation has meant to them, and our parents have
And
a lot to
parents.
say as well.
All right, good.
Yes.
Shall we, please?
Yes, please.
All right, good. My audience, let's see some testimony. The kids, the parents, the whoever, how they look at Ovation School. Wonderful school. I love it. If I could leave again, please accept me.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we'll be right back.
My name is James. I'm 14 years old, and I've been going to Ovation for about 9 years, 8 or 9 years, I believe, and I have loved it here since probably my first week.
I've been at Ovation for 6 years, and I have to say I absolutely love this place.
My name is Anastasia. I'm 15 years old. I've been at Ovation for about 4.5 years.
I've been with Ovation for the last 10 years. I'm currently the longest running student at Ovation.
I still remember my first trip, visit to Ovation, and I remember thinking, wow, everyone is way too nice. This is weird.
At first, when I came to Ovation, let's just say that I wasn't the biggest fan of it because I was a sad little child, and I'm looking back and I'm just like, who hurt you? why were you so sad? And everyone here was just so happy and smiling all the time. And I was like, why? What is wrong with these people?
Everybody here is so nice, and you learn so much, not only about dance, acting, singing, voice, all of that, but you learn so much about life skills that can help you for the rest of your future.
What they have done for me in the time that I've been here is beyond me. They have taught me life lessons. They've shown me who I am as a person or what I can be.
I came, I thought I signed up for a month and I'm here 5 years later.
I was shy, it was so bad, and now I'm more extroverted.
Ovation becomes home instantly. Ovation is for anyone and everyone who either is having the greatest time of their lives or the hardest time of your lives. And I can tell you that your Ovation family, if you're going through a hard time, will be there for you and back you up 100% of the time.
The education that they teach here is brilliant.
The teachers are phenomenal, not only because they're amazing at what they do, but they are just such kind-hearted people. And honestly, this has become a second family to me.
And I know that everything that I've learned here at Ovation I will take with me for the rest of my life.
And we're not just learning dancing, singing, and acting. We're learning how to be better people and how to be kind to others. And I think that's what makes this school so different.
And every kid that comes in here with the sad face on their face, after 3 weeks they start walking out with a smiley face on their face.
If you want to come to a place where you feel safe and love and you just want to have a great time and learn about acting, singing, or dancing, which skills will carry on into any other subject, Ovation is the place for you.
I am more confident in myself, and Ovation has just really been like a family to me, and it's just an amazing place. So if you want a place where people will always accept you for who you are and never judge you.
I've been in Ovation for about 5 years, and I remember when I first came here, I was really nervous and I didn't really want to be here. And then people just started warming up to me, and it's all like one big family, and we're all very supportive of each other, and we're never really putting each other down. We're always trying to help each other to be the best that we can.
You can come here without having to worry about being judged, and you can come here to dance and just let yourself be who you are.
What I like about Ovation is that we get to do all this stuff that I've been wishing to do my whole life. This is my 3rd year here, and I had a great experience. It makes me have more energy. And I really love Ovation because it is a nice place and where you can make friends. I like Ovation. When I first got here, I met a lot of new friends. I love Ovation so much. I make new friends. I've been at Ovation for like somewhere around 4 or 5 years, and it's amazing because they help me open up and embrace all the skills I have. I love Ovation because it's helped me find my true love to perform. Before I came to Ovation, people said I had voice problems, and then after I took their first classes, I learned how to sing and I learned how to dance. And thanks to them, I can now learn how to be myself and be comfortable around other people. Here is the best place I ever been. And over the years, Ovation just feels like another family to me.
Johnny Lee is...
Action. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to the show, my lovely audience. This is some of you, I believe, majority of you are parents, right? If you happen to be a parent, though, you know exactly what I'm talking about. In the nowadays world, when we are surrounded by bad element, unhealthy element, by monetary orientation of everywhere, all right, and we are selfish, right?
Right.
We are, well, I don't know, especially when the whole politics of this country is being taken ransom. We have legalized everything. We have legalized marijuana. We have legalized the same-sex marriage, right? We have even the third bathroom, You know the third bathroom?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, together the society is pushing to teach our kids to one side, one direction. And thank God, I really, if I had not been a Christian, I would still thank God. Now that I am one, I thank God for having created these three wonderful individuals who think the same way I do. Right? Drag kids from falling into the black hole. If I quote from John, they are changing the world one at a time, one child at a time. Right? For that, I give you a big hand. I really believe that my audience will join me behind the screen. Right now, testimony. I believe they are very convincing. They are very convincing, right? So, and also, that's the biggest award that you teachers feel. Am I right?
Yes.
So, when you see the comment, were you in tears?
You know, it's very moving. I think there's a lot of hard stuff that happens on a regular basis, and so when you get to receive a letter or see it in a video, or it just, you need it.
I cry all the time.
Yeah.
I cry all the time.
Right? And just now I was moved to tears.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And you, the big lady behind the whole thing. Yeah. So, how do you feel?
I'm just so proud of our kids. They have, you've watched them grow up through the program, and even the ones that are brand new, you saw some little ones and saying what Ovation means to them even at this early age, and what they're experiencing going through our program and making different choices, and maybe where they were before they started coming to Ovation and where they are now. And it's a powerful thing to see the choices that they're making and who they're choosing to be in the world. And that's what warms my heart.
And then lots of school mention the fact that they are doing their performance extra well compared to other kids not going to Ovation school, right? So, and how is this being recognized by other teachers who are teaching at their regular schools?
Well, I think it has a direct impact on our on the students when they go into their programs at school. And I hear a lot from their choral directors, from their drama directors, and they're wanting to utilize these students in their programs because they see that they have that training already, and so they're ready to go. And they're making an impact at their schools where they are.
The three of you, who's in charge of the training, the sound training, the basic sound training?
I think
Vocally? Or?
vocally is Becky.
Vocally is Becky.
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
And we all cross over because we all do different things. But Jackie does the choreography and piano, and I work with the acting, and Becky works with the music and vocal training. And
I tried to take the piano and push it into the vocal,
yes.
you know, because they're
It
all taking
crosses
voice.
over. It all crosses over.
Yeah.
So I understand that you together write the music, right?
Yeah, well,
write the
yes.
arrangement.
Write music together.
Yes.
Write the arrangement.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. I believe that training is very, very
Absolutely.
rich.
Absolutely.
And it gives you gives a child a kind of like steer kind of mind, not linear,
Right.
not a single
That's right.
surface,
Right.
Yes.
not linear. You steer kind of mind.
Yes.
Right.
And I believe I don't know how to express myself, but people who has a musical training see the world in different colors.
Right.
Yes.
Do you believe so?
I do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sometimes when you look at a beautiful girl, well, you know how to express yourself.
Right.
Or rather than, oh my God, she's beautiful. Right? And then you can say nothing. Oh, she's really beautiful. Right? They say, can you say even better? Oh, she's really, really, really beautiful. Right? So I see lots of, this is not joking. This is my practice, all right? In training myself, the day-to-day training, I train myself to express something by using different words, by following the elevation, right? Well, for example, oh, good looking, oh, good, pretty, and then beautiful, and then at the beautiful, what if I add more, right, and use the way? Sometimes you come to limit,
Right.
to come to limit, right, and then words will never express, only music.
Only music. That's
Only
right.
music.
Yes.
And then when you do music, you sing, right? When you at the pitch of your vocal, at the very top, you can do nothing. Music quits.
Right.
What can do? Dance.
That's right. Exactly.
Right? So
Yes.
dance.
Yep.
Right. If you provide the kids such training, though, you're really changing the world by a child at a time.
That's
Yes.
right.
Right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
very good, very good. And but one last thing that I care about, money. I believe to run a school such a scale,
Yes.
right, for that many years, though,
Yes.
how do you fumble with your money?
Well, if we do,
Fumble
we
is the
fumble.
word.
Unless you're rich.
I'll be,
Yeah.
being just frank and honest. We don't turn anyone away. So all economic status. So the kids come to the school, and we literally went 12 years without salaries. It's just giving back. There are times where we don't know how we're going to pay the rent at the school, like this month.
Wow,
And so
wow.
donations and grants, and we work on that every day, because we every time we think, oh, we don't know how we're going to pay the rent, they're going to close the doors, then we see the lives we've changed in one child. And a mom came to us this week and talked about how she said, there was 4 kids, teenagers in Rancho that committed suicide this week. And she said, do you realize the impact you have in stopping that? And then we go, okay, now we're going to find the rent somehow. Because we have to stay open. And it gets difficult. There are times where we don't know where it's coming from.
But it always does.
It always does, somehow.
We, in 2009, we received our 501c3 status, and that has made all the difference because everyone, people understand the impact that we are having, and so we have a lot of wonderful supporters. We're always writing grants. We're always looking for those opportunities. We do a major fundraising event every year where we raise funds for scholarships for students who aren't able to afford the program. So like John says, we don't turn anyone away. Whether or not they're covered financially, we want everyone to have that ability to have the benefit of our programming if they want that. And we're here for them.
Is there basic fees whatsoever to get into school?
Yes, it's a tuition, and it's a tuition that we never change. It's a low tuition, and I'll put it in perspective. A normal voice class from a teacher would be around $200 a month for just a voice class. We do acting, singing, and 4 styles of dance, and they take like 30 classes a week, all for $175 a month. All. Yes, and we work with the parents, and if the parent is having difficulty or trouble,
That equals to nothing.
yes, I know.
That equals to nothing.
Correct.
Yes,
Right.
and the tuition alone only covers maybe 50% of all the bills. So it has to be supplemented by grants and donations.
All right. So before Jackie shows me the performance clip, I would have to ask you about your website, so that my audience, you never know who they are.
Okay.
They might be your big helper. And I believe if they take the take that I take, then they will know what take to take.
Okay.
Right? So, yeah, your website?
Is ovationperformingarts.com.
ovationperformingart.com.
Yes.
My lovely audiences, and the website is already on the screen. As you can see it, is ovationperformingart.com. Do what you can. All right, do what you can to help us helping ourselves. What they do, they are changing the world by one child at a time. Well, I really, once again, have to cut it myself. Let's give the time to the enjoyment for the performance video,
Yes.
shall we?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. So, we'll see you next time. We'll see you next time.